Hello and welcome! Today I'm gonna show you a birthday card that I made for a female. It looks like this. It has different kinds of color on it. It's pretty girly or womanly. And there's some rhinestones there, and it says Onna, which means congratulations. It has this nice pattern on it and a little bit of shimmer to it, as you can see. And that's the front side. And on the inside, nothing special, just some 2 stripes of paper there, and you can have your greeting here. And I forgot to put my little signature here, but I'm gonna put that there. That says just made by Lena. And excuse me. And it looks like this. And it was really easy to make. I started out with an A5 card, a card as big as this, and I took a big embossing sheet. And on top of the embossing sheet, I took the part that was embossed, like there's debossed and embossed. And the embossed side was this with these swirls sticking out. And if I had a stamp, I would use that. So I recommend a stamp, but I didn't have a big stamp that looked like this, something like swirly. So that's why I took the embossing pad. And I took with pigment ink, and I daubed on top of the embossed sheet, and then I put it on top of the paper and I pressed it like this so the embossed pigment ink would come to this paper. After that, I sprinkled on some see-through, is it called see-through? Clear, yeah, it's called clear. I sprinkled on some clear embossing powder, and then I heated up with my heat gun, the gun that blows a lot of hot air. So I had a white paper with some white swirls on that were embossed. So at that point you're not going to see anything because it's just going to be a white paper. But then I took Distress Ink by Ranger, and I took a color applicator, and I don't have them here. I'm in Turku at the moment, so I'm just going to explain what I did. I don't have them here to show you. But I took by Ranger Distress Ink. I took Worn Lipstick. That's this red or pink one here. Then I took Broken China, and then I took Seedless Preserve. That's this purple color here. And I just went around in circular motion, got a dab of color here, a dab of color there, a dab of color there. Just went around like that. After that was done, I took a water bottle. They are called mini misters. They are small spray bottles, and I put water in there, and I put Perfect Pearls Gold, mix it in a little, not even a teaspoon, less than a teaspoon, maybe 1/3 of a teaspoon, just really, maybe 1/4 even, just a little bit of gold, Perfect Pearls Gold. And I mixed that with the water, I shaked it up, and then I sprinkled on, and that's how you got this effect that it's gonna bleed. The colors are gonna bleed into each other, as you can see here with the Seedless Preserve. They're just bleeding into each other, and it looks really pretty. Don't start to dab with a towel or something like that. Let it bleed, and then it will dry on its own, and then you will have this nice that this color have bleeded into each other. I think it looks kind of nice. And since I have the Perfect Pearl Gold, you can see this little gold sprinkle some places here. It's really subtle. You don't see much, but it's really nice little neat effect. Then when it was done, when it was dry, these white swirls, if you may, swirls, but are the vines? They are just some kind of swirly things. You could still feel that they were raised since they were embossed earlier. So what I did was, I saw this on, I think it was Stamp TV who showed it on YouTube. You just take a white piece of paper and you put it on top, just a normal copy paper. You know those ones when you put in the copy machine or the printer. You just put one on, and then I took my iron. You know those irons when you want your clothes to be wrinkle-free? And then I went over it with my iron. I had it set on cotton, so I think it was 3 blobs. In Finland we have 1 blob, and that means something, and 2 blob and 3 blob. This was the most hottest one, so the 3 small circles. I think it was cotton on the iron, and then I just went over it like that, and that will make the embossed area that has the embossing powder will melt and transfer onto the copy paper. So when I removed it, I had all these white places were without the embossing powder. So now it looks more like, well, now it's just plain white paper. You can't really feel them anymore. So that gives a little neat effect, so people will be like, how did she make that? I can't feel anything on top of this white. You basically remove the embossing powder by putting on a white sheet and going over with the iron. That's the way you remove the embossing powder, so it will be just sort of like just paper again. And but you don't have to do that. If you want the embossing powder to be felt, you can leave it there. But then I took a scissor with this pattern here. I don't think it had a name. It was a no brand scissor, so it wasn't Fiskars or anything. And then I just cut out here with the scissors this pattern here. And after that, I wanted it showed white lines here. So I took with the Seedless Preserve and I dabbed a little bit around the corners so you could see some sort of color here. And here actually on the inside I have the lines that I cut out. I put them there just for decoration purpose. And then I glued it on with double-sided tape. I took some rhinestones. They are a little bit bigger than this, but just normal rhinestones. I call rhinestones crystals, crystal rhinestones. And you could put pearls, half pearls as well. Anything you want, just a little bit decorated. I put 3 there and 3 there. Then I cut out this stripe of white paper. I stamped on with black color Onnea. I should have put a little bit more color there. As you can see, the Onnea is a little bit cracking up, but it's okay. It's handmade, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Again, I went around the corners with the Seedless Preserve by Distress Ink and the color applicator. Glue it on with double-sided tape, and that's how I made the front side. It was really fast, really easy, and it looks really nice. I love the effect when the colors are bleeding into each other. I think it's really pretty that they're not just blobs here and there. They're really like going into each other and making nice mixes. So that's how I made the card. I'm sorry, my throat is really cracking up, so I tickle in my throat. And then just gonna have my greeting here. Nothing fancy, nothing special, but I just wanted to show you this birthday card. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And thank you for watching and have a great day, everybody. See ya. Bye bye.